On this week's episode of Chat Chow, we'll be speaking to Albert Cabrera, chef here at the Local in Coral Gables.
Lauren, today we're drinking a staff favorite and a patron favorite, as we call it in Coral Gables, Dale Pale, also known as Dale's Pale Ale.
I like it. Really good. Refreshing. As I understand it, there are several owners here. How did you all meet and what led you here?
Well, this place was a vision of Mauricio Lacayo and Jose Malaya. They've been friends since high school, and they really wanted to have a place where people can come and just hang out and have some good beers and some good food. And they told me about the project, and I was totally turned on to it. The fourth partner, he has a Stop and Shop by University of Miami. So it was a perfect fit because he has like the best beer selection in all of town. So it was a natural fit, and we all kind of gelled together.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now tell us about the concept behind the Local. There has to be something behind the name. I assume there's something behind the name.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing, totally is about, it's a bunch of local guys. You look around Miami, and most of the restaurants that are in the area are, guys that have come from New York or guys that have come from other parts of the country. We're all, homegrown. My training, my background, I deal with a lot of farmers. And for me, local, we wanted to make it about the local farmers, but it's more during season when we're really, really local. But local is also, for me, utilizing a lot of products from the U.S. because, in Miami, we only have a certain growing season. So it ends during the summer, and at that point, we go outside of Florida to find certain products. But we do use a lot of cattle ranchers in Ocala, and we use a lot of the farmers down in Homestead. I grew up in Homestead, so it's a natural fit for me.
You opened just recently. How was it? Maybe tell us about some of the challenges or rewards that you experienced.
I mean, there's always challenges with opening restaurants. We had our construction challenges, we had our staffing challenges, but I think the fact that we have a bunch of professionals working here at every level, we worked together and we got through them, and I think we did a great job. People were really receptive to what we were doing.
You are the chef here.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say is your favorite dish on the menu?
My favorite, I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy. I mean, I create a lot of different things. So I would say, the flat iron steak is my favorite, just because, like I said, I like meat and potatoes. Very simple. It's made with a nice little potato tart and mushrooms, and simple dish, but it's executed well, and people have received it really well. But the favorite here, for some reason, is the buffalo sweetbreads. When we first put it on the menu, the partners were a little, mixed on their reactions, but we made it familiar for people. We made it as a real traditional buffalo kind of wings, but breaded the sweetbreads and tossed them in some buffalo sauce and served it with some good blue cheese, and people have gone crazy over them.
You've got the food, and now you've got the beer aspect that you keep bringing up. Any beers that we might not be able to find anywhere else? Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, we have Mauricio is bringing in these rum barrels from Nicaragua, from Flor de Caña, 18-year-old, and we actually sent them over to Cigar City Brewing, and they're doing a porter for us that's actually in the works right now, and we're gonna get, we're probably gonna do I guess, I don't know how they call it in the beer world, but I think it's like a tap party or something like that, where you tap the beer, and I'm probably gonna get killed for this because I don't know the appropriate way to call it, but we're basically gonna do a party where we're gonna tap the beer, and it's like a kegger, what we call in Kendall, but here it has a more official name. But yeah, we're gonna bring it in, and it's something that's gonna be unique to us, and it's we're working with Cigar City on that. So
very cool. Yeah. I want an invitation.
Definitely.
Promise?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seeing as though you're a late night bar, and I'm going to kind of switch topics here, do you have any midnight cravings? And if so, what are they?
I do. My cravings are really simple. Like, I've worked at SDK, I was a chef at Cabrera, and, my food has always been very complex. But when I get home, I like having like a ham and cheese and like Doritos. And Welch's grape juice. So it's like that's my craving, and that's what I like, eating. So I don't know. That's my thing. You could give me that before you give me a steak, and I'm good.
Interesting combo.
Yeah.
what is the story behind the black rooster in your logo?
Okay. Do you want to know the after hours explanation, or do you want to know
the real explanation?
Or the X-rated or the PG?
The PG explanation.
Well, basically, it's you know, back in the day in England, you know, the literacy level wasn't that high, so people needed something to recognize their pub, their local pub or bar, or what have you, and you know, they use different symbols, different animals to identify them. So that's what we did. We made it part of our brand because we resemble something of that, you know, that nature, a gastropub, very similar to that. So
the last question that we like to ask, it might sound morbid. I like to cue that up before I ask it. Last meal on earth, what would it be?
Ham and cheese and Doritos.
Going back to the ham, cheese, Doritos,
man.
And Welch's grape
and
juice,
Welch's
right?
grape juice, yeah. Like
Together.
Biggie Smalls used to say, Welch's grape juice and peanuts, we're good. So,
awesome. Well,
right there.
thank you so
My
much,
pleasure.
really,
Thank
for
you
being
for
on the
coming
show.
by.
Let's have a final cheers.
Definitely.
To our Dale.
Dale, dale, dale.
Who is this guy?
Man.
Does he have a name?
Yeah, this guy right here, let me tell you, have you ever heard of cockfights? Like down in the Redlands? I mean, no, I'm just kidding. No, this is actually Mauricio's. It's funny because we decided to make this, you know, our logo, and Mauricio's grandmother, I guess, has like 400 of these things all over her house. And Mauricio's like, you know, we were looking for things for, and he's like, dude, I got it, you know, and he's got like 500 of these. And I guess this is a gallo mayor, as they call him in the house. You know, this is like the big dog out of all the roosters over at the house. So so we brought this guy because I guess he's a good omen, you know. And
is he your mascot?
Yeah, I would say he's probably our mascot. You know, he's a good looking guy. So this is our dude right here.
Handsome dude.
Yeah.